Good afternoon. This is Nate with AP Appliance. We're going to be working on a fridge that's supposedly making a noise in the freezer. It's not making the noise right now, but the noise that was described sounded like fan blades hitting like frost buildup or a wire or something. And I can hear the compressor running, so the fan blade is no longer turning, so I'm going to guess that it's probably the frost buildup. So we're going to pull the panel off of the back and take a look inside. So I got to get these shelves out of here and pull off this back panel. So we're going to go ahead and do that. I'll pull the shelves out, and then we got, looks like 1/4-inch screws. I'm going to go ahead and do that. Take these out, take the panel off. I'll be right back. Well, wouldn't you know it, when I started taking some stuff out of here, the fan started turning. It made a rattling noise right at first, and then it smoothed out. So that's interesting. So I'm going to get back to taking these screws out of here and get this back panel off. I'll be right back. Okay, so it's not as obvious as I thought it was, but let me show you what I did find. I got this back panel off, and I do see some frost buildup on top, but that's just indicating that the fan has been blocked for part of the time. As long as you have air blowing through that, it normally keeps that frost from building up on the top like this. But the fan not being able to turn is not from frost buildup or loose wire. I'm going to pick up this thing here. Look in here, there's the fan blade. Alright. If I go up in here, look at that. You got a blob of ice right there. Now that ice, as it builds up, eventually this fan blade will hit it. Now we got to find out where that ice is coming from. It's coming from somewhere above. Oops. So, I got to get this other panel off, because I got to take all of that out, the ice maker, the dispenser, the ice bucket, all of that. So I'm going to take those out. I'll be right back. Alright, so for getting the auger mechanic assembly out and the ice maker, I'm going to take out a couple of screws. I'm going to start with these ones in the ice maker. Well, let me show you the ones they are. So we got we have, tilt you over here. Whoa. This screw here and this screw here have to come out to get the ice maker out. So let me take those out. See, we didn't have to take them all the way off. You just had to pull them out because there's keyhole slots here. And then we have this plug has to be undone. And then out comes the ice maker. I'm going to go ahead and push those screws back in so they're no longer in the way. And now there's 2 screws here at the bottom. Let me show you those. One here. And one here. All right, so these screws here came out. So now we can take this guy. I'm going to set you up over here so you can watch from a distance, because I'm going to need both hands. Up and out like this. And this is the tricky part. right here. You gotta push. This was the tab that we needed to push right here to release that plug. All right. Put that down there. And of course that is where the light bulb is plugged into also. So now we're working in the dark. So the next screws we need to get out are these two that hold this metal bracket in, and those two. And then we'll be able to take out this back panel. Oh, my camera skills are lacking today. So let's get those out. Set these over here. All right, now to take the back panel off. Just like that. So now let's get a closer look. All right, so that's the fill tube for the ice maker. And the ice is coming from that. So it appears that when the water comes in to fill up the ice maker, it's either not staying in the tube or where it's connected through the back wall is not sealed. I can kind of see some ice build up in there. So I'm gonna need to get a closer look. Give me just a couple minutes. I'll be right back. Okay, after further inspection, it appeared that the tube was not pushed in all the way. At least that's what I think it was. I was able to push it in a little farther. That may not be the problem, but we'll get a closer look after we remove the ice. And I'm going to look at the back of the fridge. Just take a look at behind where that comes through. In the meantime, go ahead and take and pull this chunk of ice out of here so it's not hitting the fan blade anymore. I'll be right back because I'm going to need both hands for that. Alright, so we got the ice removed. Nothing to hit the fan blade. It's turning nicely. So now, pull the fridge out and look at the back. I'll be right back. Alright, so this is where the water line connects to the back of the fill tube inside. We're going to take this off. Like that. Get that out of there. I'm going to pull this black foam thing out of here. It's just an air seal. Keeps the air from getting in there. Alright, now this guy, it's a quarter turn. Like this. Pull it out. Come on. Alright, okay, there we go. So it's not quite a quarter turn, it's close. Pull this guy out of here. That's your tube. So, I mean, it's pretty easy to take out. Fits right down in there. I don't see anything obstructing it. Go and stick it back in there. Snap that back in place. Oh, hold on. Gotta put the foam back. nice and tight. All right, let's push the fridge back. All right, so we've checked everything out there is to check out, except for the ice maker itself, but I don't think that's a problem. But let's take a look at the ice maker just in case. All right, so here's the ice maker. It's currently got water in it, so it is working. Ice maker filled up with water to make some ice cubes. And here's where the water pours into. From that tube, it spills into here, and then fills up the ice maker. And it appears that it's in pretty good shape. I don't see any cracks or holes or anything in it. So this one appears to be okay. Looks like on the inside we don't have any major calcium buildup. Looks like the Teflon coating is still in good shape. Ice maker looks good. So we're going to go ahead and reinstall everything. We'll be right back. Alright guys, so we found out what was making the noise. That was pretty obvious. It was that block of ice and the fan blade was hitting it. Make sure that's all the way in. And we removed the ice and pushed that water tube all the way back in. So hopefully that solved the problem. I guess we'll know in the coming days. But that's it for this one. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time.